to the Shut Up and Work podcast. I am your wonderful host, the coach. And along with me today is I have Lady G. And today we got some juicy stuff we're going to discuss on this topic. But before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You should see the little bullets up front. And you can also find us on Facebook and LinkedIn. So, and one last thing, if you haven't already, go out there and purchase my book. It's still available on Amazon. Shut Up and Work, Surviving Then Escaping the Workplace. All right, so with that being said, let's jump right into the topic. So, Lady G, what we got on the menu? What state we about to dive into?
Well, I think today we're going to talk about, I'm sure everybody's seen it by now, the viral clip of the couple or the man and woman that was caught on camera last week at the Coldplay concert. So to give y'all a brief synopsis of what happened, I guess at a lot of concerts now they do like the kiss cam. I've never been at a concert where they've done it, but apparently at the Coldplay concert they're known for that. So you know the kiss cam goes around the audience, and then when it lands on you, supposed to, I guess, kiss or whatever. So that particular concert, they chose this couple, and they weren't, kissing at the moment, but they were hugged up. So it gave the look like they were together. As soon as they realized they were on camera, the dude ducked off, like he went ghost, he went Casper. The lady just hid her face from camera and eventually went away too. So it turns out, the internet is unanimous for doing some research. They found out it was the CEO, I think, of a company, Astronomer. I think I'm saying that right. And then the lady was the chief of HR. So automatically that presents a problem, first of all. But to go back to it, it's been a lot of in and outs on the net, a lot of fake stories, information, because it's saying these two were married. They were married to other people. Now, allegedly. Now, I don't know if the woman is still married to her husband, but allegedly they're married. At least the CEO is for sure with the family. So it just went viral and trend all weekend. That's all you saw on social media. But again, it's like, the Coldplay is being blamed for that. But it's also, I saw an article which is funny that said, I think the lady that recorded and went viral and posted it was like, oh, it was such an interesting response, so that's why she posted it, and that's why it went viral when you think about it. Because if they had just played it off or whatever, it probably wouldn't have went as viral, and they may or may not have gotten caught. I don't know. But the way they responded is like they was hiding something. Like Coldplay said, either they're having an affair or they're just being shy. What a coincidence. But it brought up a thought to me, because now the CEO resigned on Saturday, it was probably the best thing for him to do, because he was probably going to get fired anyway. Hey, I don't know. So he resigned. So now it just leaves the head of HR. I think she's on leave or something, but it's kind of like they're doing an internal investigation, because you got to think about it. You're basically sleeping with the boss. And I'm sure that's fraternization. So, and then you have the head of HR who makes the policies and enforces the policies. So you got employees, especially of the company, looking like, wait a minute. Now, the boss and the people in charge can break rules. That means I can. Or if you've had people that you fired or they've got in trouble for fraternization, then maybe they can sue. I don't know. There's a lot of ways this can go, because it's looking like, okay, y'all doing what y'all can do, then we can do what we can do. And it's leaving, like, when you have a situation like that within a company and the brand, it gets tarnished, because they're looking like, okay, we thought we could trust you. We thought this and that. Now things went sideways. People doing what they want to do, and it's showing up in social media now. So it's kind of like, what do you do? So what are your thoughts?
Woo! All I can say is, like you said, sticky situation. I think I was going to say couple, but they're really not supposed to be a couple. So
yeah,
the CEO and the HR manager. Now, first thing off, I know a lot of people just gonna piss them off. HR, and we can do a future video about this, and I may have covered it in the past, but we can revisit it. But first off, HR, I guess she was kind of doing a job, because HR truly is not for the employees, it's to keep management out of trouble. So in a way, she was probably doing a job, and in ways she wasn't, because she was just using the wrong tactic to keep the CEO out of trouble. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, yeah, we could go with that. We could go with that. But then it's like, I think she just got hired not even a year ago.
Well, I was going to say alleged, on the alleged thing that everybody's saying, if they both were, wrong hand, if they both were married, allegedly, then yeah, that's pretty bad. And also, is the group kind of responsible? Because again, or maybe not, because again, if this is something that they called attention to, because sometimes, like you said, I've been to plenty of sports events. They'll put the kiss cam on somebody, a man and a woman, and if the man and the woman, if there's no action, they're not moving, or they kind of just give like a sign like that, they'll immediately switch it to somebody else, in that situation. Yeah. But with the group kind of like just calling it out, and then him coming out and saying, hey, well, they must be in an affair or something like that, they kind of snitching to the world. And as you said, if that was caught on people recording that, and his voice echoing, oh, they must be having an affair, and then the dude takes off running, and then she's kind of like, sorry. They kind of got snitched on. Yeah. But to your point, yeah, that kind of breaks, even though kind of like a previous video that we did, that it shouldn't, people shouldn't be in your business, what you do outside of work. But then it's one of those points that I kind of brought up, that this falls in that category of, well, if they was just there enjoying the concert and drinking their drink of beer or whatever and having fun and maybe high-fiving people and, hyping it up, maybe not a problem. But as you said, now you got two major players in the company who are hugged up, kissing. Now that may require some attention.
Right. Because workplace romances happen all the time. I mean, they do. And like, I think I was looking up on Shroom, they said 25% of those relations are between the supervisor and the boss, supervisor and the employee type situation. But it's, I mean, yeah, it was a little snitching. And there's some people are somewhere that are saying that it was set up, but then it's like, okay, out of all the people, y'all narrow down to these two people, because they went up front, they was like in the back somewhere, and it's kind of like somebody said maybe the wife was asking for a sign, asking God for a sign. This was her sign, or either it was just some bad karma, and it just hit them like an explosion. But either way, they got caught up, and it was a little too comfortable, and now it's like it's affecting you. A few moments now, it's affecting your family, your career. You done lost your job, probably. Right. You probably lost your spouse and your family. Right. So, at the end of the day, was it really worth it? I mean, are y'all really gonna be together after all of this? No.
True.
So,
and you're right. Those are valid points.
Thanks for watching. And also, if you are having trouble or are currently working in a toxic workplace, then look no further than my book. It's available on Amazon, called Shut Up and Work, Surviving Then Escaping the Workplace. Other than that, have a great day. Take care. Peace.